Okay, so I'm going to be doing these videos very different to when I did my first one. So my first one I did was obviously of General Ram. As you can tell by the title, this is Gears of War figures I currently own in my collection of 2021. These are the official Gears of War figures. These are not customs, these are the official releases. A lot of them are complete with original accessories, and some are missing them because they were bought second hand, but they were bought in good condition, just missing the weapons. I hope to replace those weapons at some point in the future, but I'm going to be going through every single official figure. I'm going through all my locusts first, and then I'll be going through my gears in general. As you can see though, episode 1 was about Ram. Let's talk about his best friend, Skorge from Gears 2. This is a beautifully designed figure from Neca. I'm so happy they decided to actually release this one. There's a lot of characters they didn't release, which was upsetting. Glad that we did get a Skorge, just because he's fun to look at. He's beautifully designed. He comes with an amazing accessory, which I will get into, and he's just an awesome looking guy. I mean, look at his look at this. I'll bring closer. Look how gnarly that face is. Yet again, I will apologise about my lighting. There'll be a warning at the beginning of the video. Anyway, I'll show you here. Like, this is the brightest my light's supposed to be, but it keeps dimming, and it's not the batteries. I keep putting in new batteries. I think my light's just broken. But I'll keep it here, so I'll bring it back in again. Look how gnarly that face is with the purple tongue. I love, like, the bronzy brown on the armour, the little, like, dry brush silver everywhere, this nice, like, rubbery cloth material. I love the design of him. His anatomy is incredible. But let me get into a little story about this guy. This guy, I own 2 Skorges, and as you may have already guessed, one of them became Crimson Skorge. This guy was a lot of fun to make. Not a lot needed being done, but enough. Problem was, this is the first Skorge I ever bought, and I got him at a really good price. I mean, you see Skorges now, they go for hundreds. I got this guy for less than half of that. And when he arrived, his weapon was broken. He only had one complete with one grip, and then he had the top half, but no pole, no grip. And I searched for months if someone had a spare, or if someone, had the whole weapon that they're willing to sell separately, or another cheap Skorge that came complete, and literally was having no real luck at all. And then a friend of mine sent me a spare grip, thinking, okay, all I have to do is just milliput copy. If I could milliput copy the pole, it wouldn't look so bad. So this is the one he originally came with, and this is the one that I milliput copied. Now, it's not perfect, but it didn't, other than being really glossy, it's actually not that bad. It's not that noticeable apart from the incredible shine on it. But yeah, so this became the weapon for a bit of time. But not only was the weapon broken, but his shoulder was snapped and glued into place. And I was really heartbroken because this is my first Skorge, and I really didn't want that to be the case. And then what happened was, I took a bunch of my figures out of a box, and I realised that my Kim was stuck at the waist joint. His chest articulation wouldn't move separate to his abdomen. And I thought, oh, maybe he's broken then, maybe he's been glued together. And then as I fiddled a bit, it came loose, and it turned out he was just sealed because of factory oils. I thought, oh, what if this Skorge isn't actually broken? What if his arm is factory oiled? So as I wiggled it, it came loose, and no, it was. You could see where someone had completely filled the joint with glue. And I thought, oh, this is it. I have no Skorge, proper complete Skorge. He's broken. He's completely broken. And then one day I was sitting there, and I looked at the peg on the arm, and I looked at the hole. I said, hang on. I've seen this peg before. So I looked through. I've got a bunch of parts and pieces and pegs. I looked at a peg, and I saw a peg that came with a dom arm, like a forearm. I was thinking, this ball joint is the exact same size as the one that belongs to the arm. So I started a project called Project Save Skorge. So what I did was I Dremeled the ball and the glue out of the the shoulder socket, so the shoulder socket was completely free. There was nothing in there. It was a hollow shoulder socket. And then what I did was I removed what was left of the actual peg that's moulded onto the arm, drilled a hole into that, and put the tip of the peg into that hole, super glued it in place. Waited for that to fully cure, heated up the shoulder socket, popped the arm on, and when I first got him, this arm was stuck like this. It couldn't move. But now, it's fully functional. This arm works incredibly. And I thought I would maybe, if I ever got another Skorge, I would switch it. But I said, no, I'm not going to sell these figures. He's now fully functional, and that's because of me. I fixed him. You know, I managed to make him work. I'm not going to switch that out and just use the damaged one now for the custom, because I'm proud that I was able to fix a figure that most of these figures, when they're actually broken, are unfixable. So I felt proud of myself. So I kept him the way he is, and now his arm is just incredibly better, and it holds very well. So talking about the weapons is now, this guy came complete like him, and I took both parts of the official weapon, which now belong to this Skorge. The original first half and my milliput versions now belong to this Skorge, or for when I do outdoor photography, instead of breaking any of the official ones over there, I don't mind if anything happens to these, because these are technically spares. But I get a lot of questions about these. People who, now this is what makes me laugh about some people. I'm new to this Skorge figure, but yet I knew that this does one thing. I've spoken to people who own Skorge for so many years, and people kept asking me the same thing, which was, oh, I think mine's missing a thing that links them together, because they don't connect. So I think mine's missing, or mine might be like broken as well. And I have to explain that no, the whole point of this weapon is that you take one grip off, which is going to embarrass me now, watch. There you go. You take one grip off and it becomes this like loose thing here. And then you just slide it into the other side and it becomes one whole weapon. That's how it was designed. It was designed to do this. And it works really nicely. And don't forget, this is my milliputted one. So the fact that it fits and it's quite smooth in there, it's nice. It's nice to see that it works. But then obviously if you want to display him holding them separately, all you do is you take it back out of the second half of the grip, pop it back in, and he's got the two halves again. So he is now complete with the proper whole staff and the pieces. This one, he's got his Gorgon pistol, because in the beginning of the Rise of Rhyme graphic novel, he doesn't have this staff, he only has his Gorgon pistol, and that's it. So the whole point is I'm not reviewing the customs, so I can move him back down. And let's talk more about the actual Skorge. So in Gears 2, he is an awesome character. The first time we see him, obviously, he pops from the ground at Landdown, just as Marcus and Dom are about to go down into the hollow through a grind lift, and he starts a fight with Dizzy, in which Ty jumps in. Not going to say much more about it after that. But he was an awesome character. He pops from the ground, chainsaws through this gigantic military vehicle, splits it in half like it was butter. He's just an awesome character. We don't, unfortunately, get a lot of him. We get two major moments with him in the game, one quite close to the beginning and one quite close to the end. And yet again, like I said, he's just, less is always more, as people say, and I agree. Skorge is definitely a great villain from Gears, and in Gears 2, I'm happy we got someone like him. Now, there is another figure that you'll see after this review that shares a similar body sculpt with this figure, because they are part of the same type of Locust. But they also do have their differences, in which I'll get into in the next video. But this, like I said, this part of the videos, they're going to be about the official figures in the line. I'm going to go through all the Locust I currently own, so I hope you enjoyed those videos. I also hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video was informative about the weapon, if you didn't know about it, and if you do now, maybe you can stop worrying that yours might be broken in terms of not having a peg that links them together. It's just a simple pop the grip off of one, slide them into the same grip for the other, and you've got yourself your complete Skorge weapon. But yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoy making these videos, especially now that I'm starting to actually go through the official figures, because I've run out of customs to show you guys. I have repaired some customs. If you're interested in seeing any repairs, let me know in the comments below. and I'll do some videos about some repairs and repaints on some of the customs that went wrong that I've managed to fix. Anyway, take care, you wonderful people. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.